The observation deck of the celestial Voyager hummed with the soft vibration of faster-than-light engines, a sound that had become as familiar to Rose as her own heartbeat. She cradled her coffee mug between both hands, letting the ceramic warmth seep into her palms as she stared out at the kaleidoscope of hyperspace beyond the reinforced viewport. Humans drink warmth. How strange, Ziegler said, his crystalline form refracting the ambient light into dancing rainbows across the polished floor. He laughed, or what passed for laughter among the Krilla sound like wind chimes in a hurricane. Rose didn't blink. She'd learnt that much in her 3 years aboard the multi-species vessel. Blinking showed uncertainty, and uncertainty meant weakness in the eyes of half the Galactic Council races. Instead, she took a deliberate sip of her coffee, maintaining eye contact with the alien diplomat's primary ocular sensors. We drink warmth because we understand something the rest of the galaxy doesn't, she said quietly. Ziegler's laughter subsided, replaced by the curious hum that indicated genuine interest. And what might that be? Human Rose. Before she could answer, the deck door hissed open. Alex strode in, his regulation jumpsuit stained with what looked like engine grease and something vaguely purple that she hoped wasn't biological. He carried 2 thermoses under one arm and a datapad in his free hand. Rose, we've got a problem, he said, then noticed their guest. Oh, Diplomat Zeke, didn't realize you were explaining why humans are peculiar. Ziegler interjected, his form pulsing with amusement. Your companion was about to enlighten me on the significance of consuming heated liquids. Alex set down the thermoses and grinned, that reckless expression that had gotten them out of and into more trouble than Rose cared to count. Hot chocolate, he said, pushing one thermos toward Rose. Figured you'd need it for the briefing. The briefing that's not for another 4 hours? Rose asked. The briefing that just got moved up because 3 of the quantum drives are showing harmonic instabilities, and the SRAC engineering crew refuses to go near them, Alex corrected. He turned to Zik. See, that's the thing about warm drinks, Diplomat. They're not just about temperature. The krill's form shifted, facets realigning into a configuration that suggested confusion. Elaborate. Alex unscrewed his thermos, and steam rose in lazy spirals. Every species in the Galactic Council comes from worlds that are, by human standards, either paradise or pretty damn close. Perfect temperatures, abundant resources. Your people evolved on a world with 3 suns and crystalline caves that regulated everything automatically. This is known, Ziegler said, a hint of impatience crystallizing in his tone. Right, but humans. Alex took a long drink, then continued. Humans come from a death world. Earth tried to kill us in every season, every climate. Freezing winters, scorching summers, predators that outran us, diseases that should have wiped us out. We survived anyway. Rose picked up the thread, her coffee mug still warm against her palms. We learned to carry warmth with us. Fire was our first technology, not the wheel, not tools. Fire, warmth meant survival. It meant cooking food that would otherwise poison us. It meant fighting back the cold and the dark. It meant hope. Poetic, Ziegler observed, but hardly relevant to the ship shuddered. Emergency klaxons wailed through the observation deck as the lights flickered to emergency red. Rose's coffee sloshed but didn't spill. Years of training kept her hands steady. Alex was already at the COM panel. Report, he barked. Quantum Drive 3 has destabilized, came the panicked voice of the ZTH Iraq shift commander. Cascade failure imminent. We're venting it to space, but drives 1 and 2 are showing sympathetic resonance. If they go, we'll be stranded in hyperspace, or worse. Rose finished quietly. Stranded in hyperspace meant slow death. A cascade failure could tear the ship apart across 17 dimensions. Evacuate engineering, Alex ordered. Rose and I are on our way. You are mad, Ziegler said flatly. Humans cannot survive the radiation levels in. Watch us, Rose said. Already moving, they ran through corridors filled with fleeing crew members, Thrak warriors, TXO scholars, even a few Krill diplomats, all seeking the safety of escape pods. Alex and Rose ran the opposite direction, toward the heart of danger. The engineering bay was an inferno of exotic particles and electromagnetic chaos. Rose's rad counter screamed warnings she ignored. Alex was already at the primary console, fingers flying across controls designed for 3-fingered TCL engineers. I need to rebalance the harmonic frequencies, he shouted over the roar of dying drives. But someone has to manually align the quantum stabilizers, and the controls are in the hot zone. Rose looked at the radiation readings. Fatal exposure in 90 seconds. Maybe. She thought of her coffee mug, abandoned on the observation deck. Thought of every human who'd ever huddled around a fire on a frozen plain, staring into the darkness and refusing to surrender. Humans drink warmth. she said, because we learned to carry it inside us. She entered the hot zone. Her skin prickled with radiation. Her vision blurred, but her hands strained through countless drills, steady through endless danger. Found the controls. 1 stabilizer, 2, 3, harmonics stabilizing. Alex's voice seemed to come from very far away. Rose, get out of there. The 4th stabilizer clicked into place. The drive scream modulated into a healthy hum. Rose stumbled backward into Alex's arms. Later, in the medical bay, Ziegler visited them. Rose was recovering well. Human DNA repair mechanisms were apparently excessive by galactic standards. Alex sat beside her bed, a cup of hot tea in his hands. I understand now, the Krill diplomat said quietly. You drink warmth not because you need it, but because it reminds you of what you carry within. The fire that refuses to die, even in the coldest darkness. Rose smiled, accepting the cup of coffee Alex offered her. The ceramic was warm against her radiation-tender palms. Now you're getting it, she said, and this time, she did blink. The war against the cold was never over, but humans had never learned how to surrender.